What free thing is so good you can't believe it's actually available for free? I look forward to your responses to this question. Write what you think, enjoy watching. Story 1. Libraries offer a treasure trove of books, audiobooks, ebooks, and even online resources, all for free with a library card. You can also find tons of free educational resources online, from lectures by Ivy League professors to language courses. Story 2. Kindness. It's so easy to be kind with each other. Yet we prefer to fight over stupid or not so relevant stuff. If we talk about services or products, I would say any open source application, most of the apps on Google Play, setting a bank account and creating savings accounts. These are life-changing for me, especially the savings account. Story 3. Where I live, ski tracks. In my area, there are a number of cross-country tracks being maintained almost daily. There's ample parking and lights all around the tracks. There's even a nationwide app that tells you when the track was prepared. And if the prep machine is out doing its thing, you can see exactly where it's at. Story 4. One thing that's incredibly valuable and often available for free is access to public libraries. They offer a vast array of books, ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, movies, and more, all at no cost. It's amazing to think that you can access such a wealth of knowledge, entertainment, and resources without spending a dime. Story 5. There's this park I went to the other day. I recently moved to a new state with McCall, from a HCall state where every little thing was charged. This park I went to was huge. No entrance fees or parking fees. It had several large jungle gyms, a whole petting zoo with albino peacocks, goats, little cows, llamas, etc. It had huge koi pond with bridge, a couple gazebos, really big trees you can chill on, frisbee golf spots, a lush garden walkway, and a lot of Pokemon Go gyms and stops LOL. We spent a few hours there and I couldn't believe it was free. Something like that in the state I was living would have been at least a $15 entrance fee. Such a cool and lively spot. Story 6. Free zoos. This isn't really a thing we've got here in the UK, but in the US there's a number of collections that operate purely on donations or are ran by the local county. As a zoo enthusiast, good accredited zoos that is, I find it absolutely fantastic that a number of established U.S. zoological collections are so easily accessible. It's great from an education standpoint, making it more affordable for families to educate their children on wild animals. It also makes each visit much less stressful. If you don't see everything or the kids are getting restless, that's okay. You can come back next week, i.e., there's less of a need to rush around and get everything done just so you can feel like you've got your money's worth. You can call in for a couple of hours without having to pay for the whole day. This also makes things much easier for people like myself who visit their local zoos multiple times per week and spend hours observing a single species. Story 7 PBS. Over the years, they have offered a number of incredible programs and have distributed even more international programs from overseas, including introducing the Americans to Monty Python and Doctor Who. And that's not including the children's programs like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Sesame Street, Arthur, Zoom, and a number of other wonderful childhood favorites. They even thank you for watching their programs. Story 8. Wikipedia is entirely free, with no ads. It doesn't sell your data or even require an account. It makes its database freely available to download so you can run it offline anywhere in the world. Wikipedia is the internet's greatest asset, and one of the very few sites that has retained the ideals of the early internet, where people wanted it to be liberating and empowering to all. Story 9. Federal taxes done free, including electronic filing for everyone regardless of age or income, by professionals certified by the IRS. Who and where? AARP provides the free tax clinics for a 2-3-month period prior to the April deadline for filing. They are typically located in municipal buildings or community centers. I've always done my own taxes, but had an issue this year that TurboTax couldn't help me with. Someone suggested AARP and I was really surprised to find out they were in my small town. I also received some very valuable advice for the future. It took about 1 hour for the entire app from start to finish. Story 10. There's a space between thoughts. It's like if there's not a following of any particular line of thought, and instead there is a recognition of the space it can be centered in as the primary aspect of experience. This awareness is ever fascinating, rejuvenating, and fundamental, absolutely free. Story 11. Libraries. Think about how much knowledge is in there just waiting for you to look at it. Just sign up and borrow whatever you want. Learning all different types of skills, learning about different communities, histories. getting lost in a world of fiction, getting books to read with your kids. Then you get into the digital media, and it's just like, how is this free? Story 12, Khan Academy, offers a wide range of courses taught by experts from top universities and institutions around the world. Whether you want to learn about mathematics, computer science, literature, or any other subject, you can access high-quality lectures, tutorials, and resources for free. Story 13, Health Insurance. In Oregon, it's free to those who can't afford it. Covers urgent care, ambulance, birth, surgeries, dental, mental health, medications, no copays ever, detox and recovery treatment, chiropractor, and even transportation. Includes EBT, it's absolutely free to sign up. Taken 10 minutes. If you don't make enough to afford health insurance, and even if you don't technically qualify, you can push your case a little and get covered. I'm tired of people complaining about not having health insurance here when this exists. Story 14. It took me 5 months to release a small video game from scratch and zero experience for free with the following resources: YouTube, Godot Engine, DaVinci Resolve, OBS, Git, Itch, Audacity, and Windows 10. We live in an unprecedented era where I can fulfill my dreams for practically free. Story 15. There's an app my sister just showed me which features free comics. They're incredibly well done, beautifully illustrated, made for phone scrolling so it's like a continuous process, and even has audio added sometimes. It's called Webtoon, and I'm currently reading the story Nevermore by Kate Flynn, Kit Trace. It has 114 chapters, and that particular story is uploaded every Friday. It's seriously awesome if you run out stuff to read. I'm not even into comics, and this has me obsessed. Story 16. Information. Libraries, Wikipedia, YouTube, Google, and ChatGPT for finding whatever answer you need pretty much. Parks and any walkable space, really. Enjoy nature. Get valuable exercise and vitamin D for free. Possibility to meet new people in your area, or just a place to meet up that doesn't require you buying something to do so. Story 17. Linux. It powers, or is the origin for, basically every machine's operating system you use on a daily basis without knowing it. Most servers you connect to in order to use Reddit, Facebook, or most of the internet runs on Linux or a distro of Linux. The best bit is that it's completely open source and therefore free to use and distribute, enabling a digital revolution. It's fucking crazy. Story 18. OTA TV broadcast. Gives EPL matches via Telemundo, March Madness, weekend NBA games, etc., all in HD. Not only is it free, there's no terms and conditions to accept, there's no data tracking, it doesn't even hit any internet bandwidth drag. It's pretty good and hard to believe it still exists for free. Story 19. Not completely free, but pretty close is gardening. It's my favorite hobby, and I'm super tight on money, but I do have water and dirt and hands. The amount of free plants and cuttings I can get from people in my neighborhood is crazy. Whether they're just done with a plant or they're dividing it or even pruning it. I have an avocado tree growing from a pit that my roommate threw out. You can grow a lot of things from your vegetable drawer, and there's so many places that just give out free native seeds for your area. Not to mention the amount of seeds and berries you find on the ground from other plants around is crazy. And you can take seeds off of plants too. If you really want to spend $0 on gardening, you definitely can. Story 20. Conditions apply. Must be a citizen or permanent resident. Public hospital. Had some very bad luck the last year or so. Free x-rays, whatever scans, testing, food and meds while checked in. Braces for my injuries. Surgery from a top-notch surgeon. Occupational therapy. Referrals to specialists in the system who are also free. Not perfect by any means, but damn, given the cost, I have no complaints. Story 21. This thread is a lot of things your tax dollars pay for. Which is fine because there are a lot of things my tax dollars pay for that I like. Roads and fire engines and libraries and schools. Not trying to be provocative, I'm just genuinely curious about things that are actually free, not necessarily things that are taken out of my paycheck every month. Story 22. Google Docs. I remember in early 2000s using MS Office when the doc I edited on my computer would be fucked up on someone else's computer just because they happen to have different settings / version. Now I can edit docs on any PC with an internet connection, collaborate effortlessly, and have documents in the right format no matter where I access it from. You can also search them all in one spot, within your Google Drive. I'm astonished to see Microsoft still charging money for MS Office 365. Only places I see MS Office are bigger companies that have mandated its use as part of their legacy stack, but literally everyone else uses Google Docs. Story 23. GameFAQs.com. Yay, it's a website. But in the olden days, you need to buy the cheat books, which I, as a kid, can't afford to do so. I spent hours reading on the bookstore and memorizing cheat codes after cheat codes. Got caught writing it down on a piece of paper before. Always hunting for that cheat code books not in wrapping paper just to cross-check what games I got and start memorizing, then run back home and boot up PS1 and try. Story 24. Free software, but free music software particularly. Synths, amp sims, drum machines, sample libraries, effects, all that. There are so many good ones that are not just a crippled version of a commercial product. Now I know Reaper, a popular DAW, isn't free, but due to its non-copy protected nature, I'm sure a million people have gotten started with making music essentially for free and might have never started otherwise. Story 25, MIT OCW. Entire MIT courses on YouTube for free. No catch. Literally watch an entire course on the intro to quantum mechanics or neuroscience on YouTube. Just search MIT OCW. A lot of colleges have similar things, but MIT is the best IMO. Harvard, Stanford, and Yale all also have good courses on YouTube. Story 26, GPS. The world is flooded with GPS units from the past 10 years that work perfectly fine with no map updates or subscriptions. I see newer Garmins and TomToms on a weekly basis at Goodwill for $5. Puzzles me how I still get asked for directions at least once a month. Story 27. Public libraries. They do so much good for their communities, providing safe places to work, learn, and read and use the internet. Librarians work so incredibly hard to make their local branches welcoming and fun places to explore, and people take them for granted. I know they aren't free because we pay for them with taxes, but their budgets are usually incredibly small, and they do their best. Most have DVDs, Blu-rays, and video games and audiobooks as well. If you didn't know, 10/10 would recommend. Story 28. The college courses from big-name colleges on YouTube. Robert Reich's Berkeley course on wealth and poverty, and Duke's Intro to Political Economy were the last two I've watched through. I already have a BA in transpersonal psychology and an MBA in finance, but I keep watching stuff from Harvard, Yale, MIT, and others in all different fields to stay sharp and push myself to the next level. I don't need any course credit, I just want to soak up all that Ivy League knowledge that kids pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for. I really can't believe it's all out there for free. Some days I wonder what would happen if all the people in poverty finance started watching them. I also watch some great high school classes like Tim McGee's poetry classes. He's an incredible teacher, and I can't believe his videos only have a few hundred or thousand views. It makes me sad that people only care about the diploma and not about the knowledge when it's the latter that will give you real freedom from this rat race. I've tried to share these free course links numerous times, but it's true that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Story 29, Free Tax USA. It's a billion times better than TurboTax. The only unfortunate thing is the name sounds totally fake, like a scam. Free Tax USA is very real and very awesome. My understanding of it is it was made out of spite for TurboTax, like Larry David's Spite Store. Expect it's actually supported and awesome. Story 30. I grew up at the tail end of the encyclopedia era when it costs hundreds of dollars to own broad-spectrum knowledge and was the first generation to see the Encarta Encyclopedia come with your purchase of a PC. That 1000x plus that info is available at the click of a button is amazing. Story 31. Libraries. Books, ebooks, magazines, music, magazine subscriptions, computers, printers, software, quiet rooms, story hours, skills training, literacy programs, all free. Cue someone whining, well actually your tax dollars pay for that. Well, my tax dollars also fund the industrial war complex I want no part of, and I see nowhere near the rate of return or benefit I do from libraries. See also public rec centers. Story 32 GPS. Maps used to cost money and weren't nearly as useful. Wikipedia. Information used to cost money or at least a lot of time. Still kinda blows my mind that mostly anywhere in the world, as long as you have internet, you can listen to nearly any song you want on YouTube for free. Story 33. The library. They have so much stuff. Books, audiobooks, movies, video games, 3D printers, and more. And if they don't have the specific piece of media you want, you can request it, and they will probably get it for you. It's also the last place left in the country that will let you exist there without buying something. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Be sure to write comments and share your stories.